Rightio. So we've just talked about shape and posture. Now, this transitions pretty beautifully into guard. So your first line of defense, or our first time entertaining the idea of defense, comes with our guard. So let's enter our boxing stance where I've got my lead foot forward, 40% weight distribution there. I've got my rear foot behind me, 60% there. I'm going to enter my nice boxing shape. Relax my shoulders, chin down. Bend the knees a little. Neutral spine for the sake of the drill, right? Now our guard rules. Rear hands, for me it's my left. This is never going to leave. This one always stays home no matter what. Let's keep our rear hands stuck to our chin. Now, let's talk about elbow positioning while I'm here before we address lead hand. That pretty much never happens while the hand's on your chin. We're always going to keep that stuck to our side, yeah? So even if it means cueing yourself to internally rotate the elbow, whatever you need to do, you keep this elbow as close to your midline as possible and stuck to your body. This guard doesn't just protect your chin and your face. It is responsible for covering the entirety of the left side of my body, or the same side that your rear hand is. That elbow and that forearm and your arm is going to be responsible for covering your entire body. Boom. I've blocked my body. Boom, boom, head, bang, yeah? So that stays there. Now, it's pretty much the same rule. Let's bring our lead hands to the front of our rib cage. Let's sit it on our chin. Now, you can get a bit more lenient with your lead hand, right? Because it's your jab hand. You want to be a little bit elusive with it. But what I don't want to see is you fucking clenching your hands as hard as possible and rolling your knuckles and you're just rigid, yeah? We need to relax a little bit. So, nice and relaxed, loose guard, keep the hands loose, stick that hands on your chin. And now that we're not rigid, we can find whip in our punches, yeah? We need to be nice and loose, but here's my guard. My rear hand stays on my chin, at the front of my rib cage. Same here, lead hand sticks on my chin. And here's my boxing guard. Chin down, nice and postured, and I'm ready to move, yeah? Each hand is responsible for defending my body, or its appropriate side, and I'm here to block. Oh God, it's warm in here. So, that's the base of a guard, right? Rear hand sits on chin, lead hand sits on chin, and depending on the range of your opponent, this lead hand can get a little bit experimental. It can become a bit of a cobra. We keep it close to our chin, but let's say my opponent is, and we're going to talk about this in the future, let's say my opponent is way out of range and I know they're never going to get to me. I can get a bit of a mid-range looser guard, right? I'm still going to keep my rear hand on my chin, nice and loose, but I can experiment with this lead hand, yeah? Just to measure, help me set traps, help me move towards my opponent. Let's say the opponent gets into fighting range where I know their jab can land on me at will. I'm going to pretty much keep my lead hand on my chin the whole time. Nice and loose, shoulders down, chin tucked, they're in fighting range. I'm going to come to this position, make myself as small as possible, tuck my chin, and here, all right? Here's my guard. Boom, boom, boom. So boxing guard.